Hey nerds, as you can see, I am currently working on my fear, trying to make her expensively powerful, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I always like making units that are, lesser used, but really, really cool if you put them into practice, and I wanted to see if I can make her amazing. I'm also working on a Lilina. As always, though, check out the description for the Gleam contest, the $200, the 4 $50 gift cards in case you want to try your hand at that. But we're talking about something that, well, I keep getting asked about, or at least it seems to pop up whenever we talk about it. So last night, we talked about Wibble Wobble. I was really kind of sad about it because that was my first gacha game, and it was my first real mobile game I ever really got too engrossed into. And, it's closing. And one of the hypothetical questions I gave you back when, we were talking about that, which was, less than 12 hours ago, was basically, well, what would you like to see in the game? Now, obviously, I figured that a lot of you would just instantly go to the pretty simple ones. Hey, look, it's, PvP. I really want PvP. Hey, look, I really want a, raid co-op thing where I can play with my friends. And the last one is, I really want trading. Trading. Ah, boy, that's a whole can of worms that I was not expecting to actually have to look into, but since people keep talking about it, I figured I would make a discussion on it and just kind of talk about it, because a lot of you, whenever these type of subjects come up, it's always, I want trading, trading would really help the world, world of heroes, I guess, would really help build on the foundations of what, heroes is, and I'm just gonna say I disagree with that in some ways, and I'm going to give you my opinion on how trading works and how it might really just destabilize a lot of things. But also because, I feel like there's alternatives to that. Alternatives to just simple trading and just giving someone a unit for free and being like, hey, here's my, 5-star, Delthea for your 3-star risks, trade. There you go. The simple fact here is, there's no real easy middle ground for trading. And especially when it comes to gacha games, because gacha games are encouraging you to, of course, either spend your time or spend your money to get more units and get better units. And essentially, while Heroes doesn't necessarily have that too much with a lot of things that they have right now, you can build a really great unit without having to really spend too much. You just kind of have to spend your time, feathers and all that fun stuff. But still, there are a lot of great units out there. And the simple fact is, trading would probably be either A, too loose on how it, handles itself, or B, far too strict to really be something that would probably be accessible to a lot of people. That's, a lot of people go, I want trading so I can, my friends have duplicates of this unit and I don't have anything, I have terrible luck. The thing is, if we were to have a trading system like that, there would be no way of stopping simple little changes in, say, someone, having a different, device. I'm trying to think here. I was like, what is this thing in front of me as I'm poking my tablet? But, a different device, a new account, and just, basically re-rolling on that one account until they get, a bunch of new characters, a bunch of great characters for themselves, and then trading it over to their main account. There would have to be restrictions. There would have to be certain things that would stop that from happening. And I fear that that kind of restriction would probably be amped up too much to be worthwhile to anyone who's actually a free-to-play user or something like that, because it's either it's going to be manipulated or it's going to be too strict. That's just the way I see that when it comes down to it. However, I don't think trading is necessarily a bad thing. It's just that when it comes to gacha, this isn't really Pokemon. This isn't, oh, hey, I got a Charmander, I'm going to give this to you. You can give me something I want, and, that'll be great. Yay. It's, you've spent your money on this, and luck be damned, it's going to be what it's going to be. Or you spent your time on it, luck be damned, it's going to be what it's going to be. The way I see it, though, is trading is probably not the best way to go about it, because trading, of course, destabilizes a lot of things. I know a lot of, actually, I know a few gacha games have done that or tried trading and it didn't really work out too well. Mostly because of, you know, either too strict or too loose. But the other thing that I can really see as changing the dynamic for, you know, people like that, because people want to play with, you know, their friends. They want to be able to play, you know, with a, you know, a character that they think could really help them out or do certain things for certain tasks. So that's why I think instead of trading, they could just add a support-like system, which is, you know, what a lot of other gacha games do. We technically have that right now in Rival Domains, but it's massively scaled up there, or Voting Gauntlet, where it's massively downscaled there. And basically, the simple rule here is, you remember those 4 little things at the top of your party list, or whenever you're, you know, in your team? It would be a simple thing of just turning on one to be a support list. And basically from there, you select, when you go into a battle, you select from your friends list the unit that they have selected at their top, you know, in the top slot on their first team. And basically you get to use that unit for free from your friends. There might be some restrictions on time and things like that, but that would be the simplest way I could think of. It's an easy gacha game fix. Fate Go has that in a way. You basically, you don't, that's how I've been grinding, honestly. Because I have a lot of really higher tier friends. And not only that, but if you don't get a certain unit, you can still bring along your friends, you know, because they are your friends, they have that, and you can use that. And I feel that would be a lot more accessible and a lot more useful in the long run than a trading system that might destabilize things, because, you know, we want connectivity. We don't want just connectivity with 2 people, you know, or one person who has 2, you know, tablets, or just, you know, a simple, you know, forum made just like, I want this unit, I'll give you this, that kind of thing. There could be all sorts of restrictions, there could be all sorts of, you know, bits and pieces that could come together and really make something great. I mean, I'm not saying a trading system can't work, I'm just saying I'm not sure if I were to look at it if it would actually work out. Again, put it on paper, span out, and think about it. But if it were to ever happen, I would probably say expect some really weird times. I'm not saying we're, you know, I personally, I would love to give you some, you know, some of you guys, some of the characters I don't use, because I don't, you know, there's such a massive amount here that I could probably just, you know, I would willingly give people, you know, certain characters because I just don't use them. But the simple fact is, right now, as we stand, Heroes right now probably will never have that trading system. Unless there are some real restrictions and a lot of changes to the game in some ways. I would prefer, you know, things like co-op or something else entirely, because, you know, it's just a much more basic system than trying to add in something that I feel can't really stimulate or add more to the game. Just right now. Again, supports over trades. Things like that. If you guys have any suggestions, or you guys want to talk about it, you know, with me as well, feel free to put it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. For now, though, I'm going to continue to grind up Fear. She just got Wrath, as you saw at the start of the video, and I'm going to try and make sure I can make one bitchin' fur. So anyways, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.